Waiting to 2027 is a little bit like flipping a coin and waiting till New Year's Day 2027. As a company, you want to be prepared for that switch, right? Because with a 2D barcode or a QR code, you can contain much more information, much bigger win for, on one side, suppliers, but also a big win for the customers who know.
Do you really have to wait until 2027 to make the switch to 2D barcodes? Stay tuned to find out what best you can do for your business. Welcome to Stay QRious, brought to you by QR Tiger, the most advanced QR code generator online. Today, we're diving into why early adopters are gaining a competitive edge and how QR Tiger is making it easier than ever. Let's start with what brands and businesses are using now. What's going on with 1D barcodes and why are they being replaced?
Right now, already for 60 years, the whole industry is using 1D barcodes. 1D barcodes allow you, of course, when you go to a supermarket to scan a product and check out in a very quick and efficient way. But unfortunately, a 1D barcode, the vertical and white lines that you see on a product, right, can only contain a small amount of information. And that's exactly what they want to change to switch to a QR code or a 2D barcode. Therefore, we're now focusing on replacing all the 1D barcodes to 2D barcodes. Why is that? Because with a 2D barcode or a QR code, you can contain much more information. You can also have the expiry date, where the product is, the product's origin. You can also give it more customer information, like giving it a little bit marketing or so a page that engages. So it's much bigger win for, on one side, suppliers, but also a big win for the customers who now can really make better buying decisions when they are actually purchasing a product.
For those hearing about Sunrise 2027 for the first time, what is it and why is it so important?
So Sunrise 2027 is an initiative by GS1. What is GS1? GS1 is the organization that leads everything related to barcodes. So now with the switch to a GS1 QR code, they are leading this as well and trying to make the industry aware of this mandatory change that will be rolling out by 2027. Why is this again important? The traceability of a product will be much more transparent. It will stop a little bit counterfeit, so it's not so easy to copy a product anymore. And it also will, of course, on the other side, inform the customer better when they scan it. So how does it work? Maybe it's important to understand. When that QR code is scanned in a supermarket, they will still see the serial code, same as you have it on a barcode. But when you scan it with your smartphone, you will be led to a page that has more product information, could be a video, could be even some marketing, some engagement. So it will have all that information by that QR code. So suddenly it opens up a world of information for the customer. And that's, I think, the big advantage here.
So here's the million-dollar question. The businesses need to wait until 2027 to make the switch?
I would say no, right? Waiting to 2027 is a little bit like flipping a coin and waiting till New Year's Day 2027. As a company, you want to be prepared for that switch, right? We already have people contacting us to asking information. And at QR Tiger, we don't only offer the QR code, we offer a QR code with the serial number, but also the barcode under it. Theoretically, that's not allowed by GS1. But we have, for example, customers who already are saying, look, some of our suppliers might be not ready yet for scanning QR codes. Still, they're already experimenting. So the whole thing will be a thing that is related to how quick can supermarkets and other places switch to new scanners that can actually also read QR codes, because that's the big switch. The scanners can read a barcode, but they cannot read a QR code yet. So that's why the GS1 is giving time to 2027 to make sure that most of the big supermarkets and others will be able to have a scanner in place that can scan a QR code. But like I say, I think it's really good, and there are already pilot cases of Tesco, Coca-Cola, who are already experimenting with GS1 QR codes. And of course, it will benefit also the customer because they can already see much more information because a GS1 QR code brings all the information that could be marketing serial number, traceability, origin of a product, all in one QR code. So that's also the advantage for the customer already. So starting early is a good move.
Nice. Okay, let's talk solution. What is QR Tiger's role in all of this?
So at QR Tiger, we are one of the leading companies within the QR code space. We have quite a bit of experience working with big brands. This go from Fortune 1000 brands to smaller brands. So we've been doing this for more than 6 years. And we are now as well have built a GS1 QR code generator. So this allows brands already to make GS1 QR codes through our system. Of course, we're still improving it. Standards are still changing left and right. Regulations are still changing left and right. It's still to 2027, but it's right now a functional system that works and allows brands already to make their first GS1 QR codes, right? What is the different thing with the GS1 QR code? There is regulation. It cannot have a logo on it. So normally the marketing QR codes can have a logo on it. A GS1 QR code cannot have a logo. So there's a few small details. So for the customer, it will still look like a QR code. But for the people in the logistics chain, supply chain, it will be, of course, much more, right? And then, of course, why there can be no logo? Because we want to make sure that in the supermarket, when you scan, you can check out quickly, right?
To our listeners, we want to bring you into the conversation. Are you already testing Duty barcodes? Maybe thinking about it? Tag us on LinkedIn or X with hashtag SunriseReady and hashtag QRTiger. We might feature your question or your story in our next blog or case study. There you have it, folks. You don't need to wait until 2027. You can lead the way now and get ahead of the curve. To learn more or to see what a GS1 QR code would look like for your own product, just head over to our website linked in the description below. Thank you so much for your expert insights in today's episode, Ben.
You're welcome, Adrian.